Peace out, Harris. What's up? It's your boy E. Rule, host of the Knicks podcast. Hey guys, it's 12 o'clock. That means I'm off today. Usually I'm at work, knee deep in some some nonsense. But anyway, I had to come on here to give you my opinion on here because last night didn't work too well. Because if you guys watched the show last night, I spent 2 hours arguing with State back and forth about little terms and stuff like that. Where I couldn't even get past it to talk about basketball, man. But shout out to State. Me and State. If State still wants to get on me, then I don't have to worry about me cursing them out. If we can get back on here and have a repeat maybe of day two, we'll probably do that tonight, man. But anyway, man, I apologize last night for all the yelling and cursing and stuff like that. But let's get into it, man. Everybody and their mother that follows this podcast knows that I do not like Mitch Robinson. But it's like I don't like him for some racist reason or because he has thick armpit hair or any other nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Or because he has a country accent or because his uncle when disappeared or dad whoever his uncle when disappearing on a Hennessy binge with his girlfriend. That's not the reason why I don't like Mitch Robinson. I don't like Mitch Robinson for basketball reasons, man. So I mean, listen, the dude to me is for all the good things that he does. Okay, cool. But let me just break it down for this here. Thank you, Lemon Pepper, for popping in. Epic rant. Yes, I came on here, with the intent to talk about basketball, but I can get a little crazy as you guys all know. But this statement right here is what chilled me out. We have to take care of our guys. He's been getting underpaid for years. The guy literally was getting paid 1.5 a season. Let's be happy for him. Now, listen, I could do that. Now, I could do that. Logically speaking, $15 million a year is garbage to me. You know what I'm saying? But same thing. The reason why we gave Nerlens Noel $10 million because we let him he agreed to take that $5 million deal that first year. He could have got more. Nerlens Noel is a good player. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you think of him, he was in a hospital bed and this, that, and the other, which is true. But I mean, Nerlens Noel is still a good player in this NBA. You know what I'm saying? So paying him $10 million might be a stretch. He should have got paid maybe close to five again, $7-8 million, same deal that Hartenstein got. You know what I'm saying? That's known as the well. But you pay him $10 million because he agreed to come to the franchise for cheap that 1 year. Same thing with Alec Burks. He came here for $5 million. He could have got paid more at the time because these guys are active NBA players that contribute to team success. You know what I'm saying? So Mitchell Robinson for 4 years. We drafted him in the second round. That's not the Knicks' fault though. Then he got drafted in the second round. The Knicks picked him in the second round. Which was a steal. Kudos to the front office for getting a player like this in the second round. And now that we made him a starter, he's going to play with us for 8 years unless we trade him. He's going to be playing us for 8 years, whatever. So the Knicks invested in this dude, somebody that we drafted in the second round. So that needs to be applauded. And Scott Perry, he's the one that drafted him early on. So these guys need to get their props for what they did, for this guy. But at the same time, the production, for whatever defensive things that he give us, yes, he can guard 1 through 5. But we just need him to play the center spot. We don't need him to guard all the positions. That's what me and State are always arguing about. And to me, I think that kills the argument because we're like grown-ups, and this is not like the Avengers and Marvel comics and stuff like that. These guys are human beings, man. It's like I don't like to talk about basketball in a manner of which is like fantasy, like as if we're talking about fantasy stuff, man. I don't mind cursing the dude out. I don't mind having a good spirited discussion, but I'm not going to talk about dudes in the fantasy realm. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. He does do good things. He is a good rebounder. Offensive rebounder, great. All these advanced stats. Oh, he's in a 97th percentile. This all I said. It's bullshit to me, man. Listen, the guy gets the ball. Okay, you pass it to him. If we're in trouble, you blame it on Julius Randle. But if Julius Randle passes to Mitchell Robinson, what's going to happen? Nothing. He's a black hole. Excuse me for sweating and stuff like that. I didn't even take a shower. I'm wearing the same shirt I had on last night. But, this is what is with Mitch Robinson. You know what I'm saying? So there's a reason why we went out there and got that guy, Isaiah. I'll get to Isaiah in a second. But, Mitch Robinson, regardless of the fact that $15 million, like I said, I would have paid him 10. I would have paid him 10, maybe 12. That's my thing. The $15 million is too much. But like I said, like Lemon Pepper's alluding to here, he got paid 1.5 in the beginning. So giving him that extra $5 million over the next 4 years, that makes up for the cheap contract that he signed in the beginning. Like I said, it's not the Knicks' fault that he was drafted in the second round. It was his fault. You know what I'm saying? And it's his fault. The reason why I don't really like him as a basketball player. So anyway, getting this guy Isaiah Hartenstein is really gonna help our situation. But before I get into that, let me finish up with Mitch. I'm just gonna play some highlights in the back here. From this is from the Knicks website. Please don't give me a copyright strike. I'm tired of you motherfuckers copyright striking my shit, man. I don't have time to be cutting videos and stuff like that. But guys steal your content all day long and you guys don't copyright strike. I don't fucking get it, man. So anyway, this is Mitch Robinson. Of course, this first move, everyone got a hard on for, but this is the first time he did it in 4 years. He never did it again. Went behind the bag, Euro step inside for the dunk. Never did it again. But anyway, just check out a little stuff here. He's guarding a guard. No, actually he's guarding a center out there, able to block him. This is what Mitchell Robinson does. I'm not gonna diss the stuff that he does well. Catching it and dunking it, running the floor, catching and dunking. Okay, that's pretty good. But show me a skill, outside of that he does. Like he's just standing there. You see him just standing there? He's standing there waiting to catch the dunk. That's why he shoots 76%. He's just standing there waiting for somebody to give him the basketball. You know what I'm saying? Here we go again. Him, this is what he does: block shots, elite shot blocker. So listen, I understand that this guy, he has that about him. Is he tough? Tough. He can lock in on defense and things of that nature. But as far as protecting anybody on the court, he's not protecting anybody. He's protecting the paint. He's a rim runner. He can grab and get alley oops. But like we just signed another guy for $8 million that can do the same thing. So let me get out of here because there's nothing else to see here with Mitch Robinson. Mitch Robinson, there you go. He could get up and block 3-point shots. Okay. I mean, how many of those are you going to get a game? It's not like the dude gets all those blocks. Like he gets he blocks 3-point shots 48 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He only averages like 2 blocks a game. So you're talking about if he blocks a 3-point shot, he might get another block. Okay, so then what else is going to happen there? So I mean, all those little things is what I'm talking about with the whole Marvel Comics superhero bullshit. Like, come on, man. Listen, I could talk about Mitch Robinson is good. Like I just explained, he is good. He is something that we can use. Certain things, like I said, you give him the ball and nothing else is going to happen. He has to give it back to you because he can't do anything else. He can't pass. He's not a good passer. You know what I'm saying? He can't shoot. So, you can't rely on him to shoot. He cannot create his own shot. So if he gets in trouble and we need him to shoot the ball, he cannot do it, man. So, I mean, those are liabilities. For all the good things that he can do, you have to acknowledge the stuff that he can't do, man. That's what frustrates me about this whole conversation. So anyway, he can't shoot free throws. So that's very messed up as well. He can't shoot, man. So I mean, you cannot rely on him in the fourth quarter. So anyway, let me get off of that, and then let's talk about the other guy that we signed, Isaiah Hartenstein. So I mean, this is what I wanted to get into this last night, but State want to argue about nonsense, man. Shout out to State. Like I said, you might not like what I'm saying or whatever, but I say when you're on the air, and I'll say it, when if you're my person, So I mean, this is how it is here, man. This is a hype tape for him from the LA Clippers. So the LA Clippers did like him. So let me turn the sound on.
Get people involved.
Hartenstein goes up, slams it home.
So he's gonna bring us energy, as you can see. He can dunk the same way like Mitchell Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Same athleticism. I mean, he can catch alley oops.
About a week ago, we just told him, you step back, you can shoot your 3-point shot.
Hartenstein straight away.
And then look, he can shoot that 3-point shot.
Isaiah Hartenstein staples their
So anyway, again, copyright strike. I'm trying not to get copyright stricken. But listen, this dude, Hartenstein, he can get block shots. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Hartenstein, if something happens on the court, he's going to be in your face. You know what I'm saying? If let's say if quickly gets into something with somebody, Hartenstein is going to step between them and protect his player. If RJ is getting bullied out there and Hartenstein is out there, Isaiah Hartenstein is going to get in between RJ and get RJ out of there. Mitch Robinson just stands and watches. I'm quite sure if Julius Randle is in his antics, whatever, I'm quite sure Isaiah is going to be the one to be stepping between. And I want you guys to pay attention to that as the season goes on. That's the reason why you get players like this. Mitchell Robinson is not going to do that for you. Now, is that something that could be coached? Yes. But guys have to have that conversation on the basketball court and in practice and stuff like that. You got to have that conversation. Bro, I need you to do this. You know what I'm saying? I need you to do it. Like if you're afraid, you're afraid. One thing to do like this when you're playing against OKC and you got guys that are guarding you that are 6'7" and you dominated 6'7" guys. You know what I'm saying? Then you putting the muscle up like you're so strong. But when the shit hits the fan and we're playing the Miami Heat and Miami Heat is taking our soul from us, you know what I'm saying? We need Mitchell Robinson to be that enforcer. He is not that guy. These are the reasons why I don't like the dude. Now, you talk about enforcer. Isaiah Hartenstein is not like Charles Oakley, but at the very least, if something pops off, he's going to be standing right there, in the mix, protecting his players, not fighting. I'm not talking about fighting. That's a whole different scenario. I'm talking about getting in the mix and protecting your players, being engaged, and doing what you do as a big man and taking care of your guys. You know what I'm saying? That is what's missing from the whole Mitch Robinson conversation. So anyway, let me get some highlights because I had this queued up yesterday. Like I said, but I got into a big argument with State. Like I said, if you would like to hear me curse State out for 2 hours, please go to my last podcast. It was supposed to have been day one breakdown, but I ended up cursing him out for like 2 hours. So anyway, like I said, I apologize, State. You know what I'm saying? If you was in person, I curse you out the same way. So if anybody else that got something to say about that, that's the way it is, man. So I already apologized to for doing that because that's not what I want to do on here. I don't want to be known for cursing guys out when I get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? But certain things I just can't take it, man. I just can't take the bullshit. So anyway, here's Isaiah Hartenstein's passing mixtape.
Transition defense again. I've been so happy with what I've seen from them. Really good effort tonight.
Skip pass across. Man, the double-double. He got it done early. Kennard.
His defense is definitely needed.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Nio. And yeah.
First, then we're going to see how the game goes, but it'll be more than 20, less than 30, most likely. Hartenstein, nice pass, and Terrence.
Did you practice every often? Every well. Man hangs it. Two-man game with Hartenstein. Kennard down in the corner to Coffee for three.
I like the Wizards' defense. It's much more aggressive.
Hartenstein able to exceed his confidence on the offensive end just gets better. And there's that other back door we talked about.
They're probably excited because they haven't had this type of success in a long time. Good move right there.
The year and defensive player of the year out of San Diego State, and Flynn has out of money to buy all these tickets.
I've done it the last couple of nights. I just didn't put in my credit card information because I'm on the air right now. Come on, man. That's a positive start.
Oh, nice play on the back door.
Yeah, man. So I had to take a little break, man. It was a minute and 12 seconds of passing, but as you can see, we can have plays where the ball comes out there and we can run a backdoor screen for Obi Toppin. I could totally see Obi Toppin at the power forward doing a back screen and Hardison finding him on the cut there. Those are easy baskets there. Julius Randle as well. We need to find a way to get these guys baskets. If Mitch Robinson is in the same position, Mitch Robinson is not even making contact on the pick, and then Mitch Robinson is rolling on the inside looking for an alley-oop, to me that eliminates everything that you're going to do on the offense. Because if you do not throw Mitch Robinson the alley-oop, then the play is dead. The play is dead because all you got to do is play defense on Mitchell Robinson, and now you force the ball handler to do something because all you got to do is stay with Mitch because you can't pass it to Mitch, and Mitch is not going to catch the ball and do something other than the dunk. You know what I'm saying? It kills the basketball game. So a guy like Isaiah, you could take advantage of that. So like I said, I don't know if you guys are imagining your players, your Knicks players in those situations, but I could totally see this dude giving us a lot of easy baskets. 4 assists a game according to his stats when you get it up to 36 minutes per game. So I like to use the 36 minutes per game stat, just to cut the bullshit with all the 90 percentile and the win shares and all of the fucking bullshit. Extend the guy's minutes and then you'll be able to see the stats, whatever. These advanced stats that people like to use now say the same thing. The only thing that the 36% 36-minute stats is just not the wave now. The wave is all the other advanced stats due to the fact of certain other podcasters that did that. The analytics and stuff like that, man, cut the bullshit with that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Listen, give the guy minutes and you'll see the progression. Say look at what he does, simply passing the basketball and whatever. That's incredible to me. So anyway, the dude could pass the ball. He can shoot. He can shoot the ball from three. If I pull the stats up, you'll see that he didn't shoot a lot of threes. But as you saw what Tyronn Lue said that he would if we would like him to shoot more. So he did shoot more, like towards like the end of the year or whatever the hell. Because the guy can knock down the 3-point shot at a high clip. As a Knick, I'm quite sure that we're going to be getting him involved in that situation a lot, especially the top of the key because he's able to pass and stuff like that. We're going to see. I got a feeling that we're going to see Isaiah Hartenstein in that Joakim Noah role for the Knicks, man. as the season progresses, because we're gonna notice how good offensively this dude is, just enough to make his teammates better. That's all I gotta say. Just enough to make your teammates better, win basketball games. And I think Hardison is gonna definitely give that to us. Now, listen, Mitchell Robinson is gonna be our starter, but for $8 million a year, Isaiah Hardison is gonna be the finisher. Best believe that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Mitchell Robinson, because he got $15 million, gonna all of a sudden get 36 minutes per game. That's not gonna happen. I think Mitchell Robinson is still gonna get a hover around 28 to 30 minutes a game, and Hardison, he's gonna hover around the same thing. Last year I think he got 17 minutes a game. I can see Hardison getting up to 25 minutes per game, and you're gonna see the production, and you're gonna see it in the win column. I think. You know what I'm saying? So to me, this is an incredible move. It's very underrated, and this is the guy that I wanted outside of Mitch Robinson. If there was a guy that I could pick on the cheap, this was the dude. Him or the dude from San Antonio, but San Antonio locked him up to a contract. I'm talking about Polo, whatever his name is, starts with a P. I would have liked him, but this dude Hardison is the guy that I wanted. I liked him in Cleveland before he made his way to the Clippers. He's a good basketball player. This is the guy I wanted to replace Mitch, but we got him and Mitch, so it's a plus. I can see the plus in both moves, because you got, that's the one thing we needed too, because Nerlens Noel and Mitch is the same player. This guy Jericho Sims is the same player, as these guys. But you add this guy Isaiah to the mix, and you got a good guy. So now you talk about guarding 1 through 5. That's the bullshit for nowadays. Everyone talks about guarding 1 through 5. I argue with State about that. Like I said, you can go to the last podcast and enjoy me cursing him out about stuff like this. But check this out.
Basketball when he's right, and certainly has the ability to break down defense.
And guys, Jason Kidd didn't elaborate in terms of a whole lot of detail about it tonight, but he did say, as Brunson is,
he can guard 1 through 5. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson is that's another story for another podcast. I'm not gonna talk about Jalen today, but Jalen Brunson did whatever he does that he normally does, and him guarding that, he was able to stay in front of him and get him to and time his moves, know what he was gonna do, and was able to get out there and block the shot. And then after he blocked the shot, if you noticed that he was already gone. As soon as he blocked it, a Clipper picked up and he was out. So, athleticism-wise, he's still going to be able to do the same thing that Mitch does, block shots and run. So we don't lose that. We don't lose that with him on the court. So, like I said, I am very excited to have this dude on the roster. It's going to make the Knicks better, and I hope you guys appreciate that more than excited about signing Mitch Robinson to that $15 million a year contract. You know what I'm saying? I really don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like I said, Lemon Pepper was perfect earlier on. Let me put it up again. This is the only reason why I'm going to be okay with that $15 million contract, and I'm not going to talk about it no more. I'm not going to get engaged nobody in no arguments about it. This is the end game for me. Mitchell Robinson was paid $1.5 million for his first 4 seasons, which was a steal, because if he was a first round draft pick, he would have been getting paid at least $5 to $7 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Probably like $5 million a year if he was a draft pick, maybe drafted at the late lottery or maybe at the end of the first round. He would have been getting about $5, $6, $7 million a year. So I mean, giving him that extra 5 makes up for the first 4 years of his career, and I'm okay with that. So I don't want to hear no fucking bullshit. I'm not arguing with nobody about Mitch Robinson's salary, because this, if you want to know, come to this podcast and you'll find it out. I'll direct you to this podcast, and thank you, Lemon Pepper, for saving lives out there today. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thought process with the Mitch Robinson deal for those that are coming in now. So like I said, I have a big opinion on Jalen Brunson as well. Jalen Brunson is a good point guard. But like I said, I'll devote another podcast probably today sometime. Talking about Jalen Brunson and just my idea of how I think what he can do. I see a lot of people posting stuff. I might actually just use that and then go from there just to point my opinion about what's happening here. But anyway, I'll do that another time, man. So shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Ralph Diaz here early. Tough Love. Thank you, Tough Love, for hitting me up on Instagram. Shout out to everyone that hits me up on my DMs, giving me encouragement and just telling me stuff. I appreciate you guys. And I know you guys are invested in the stuff that I do. You watch the show all the time. We getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are in the street and you see me, man, say what's up. Yeah, and then just remind me of who you are, so that way I could get it. I can make the connection and stuff like that, man. So shout out to I Am Drill. I Am Drill is dope. What else you got here? Troy Fred. I gotta highlight everybody. Mighty Finesse was good. Yeah. Hey man, listen, man, you're crazy. How do you Like I already explained it. See, like, this is the end game for me. Like people that keep asking me why do I not like Mitch Robinson, I'll direct you to this podcast. So Almighty, hopefully you watch the whole thing. I'm not gonna talk about Mitch Robinson anymore. So this is the end game here. He's here for 4 years. I'm not gonna get back and forth with that stupid ass conversation, because it is a stupid ass conversation. And this podcast, I explained it already. So peace to Geraldine. Yeah, man, I tell you, Gerald. It's a crazy world we live in. Shout out to Julian Bloom. Julian Bloom also hits me up all the time to chat and stuff. I appreciate you. ADC, I'm glad he's back with the. Yeah, but he will protect the rim. Yes, he's gonna give us something that we can use. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But we have somebody else. We got a starter in Mitch, and I got a feeling that Isaiah is gonna end up being the finisher before before the year is over. Hopefully everybody stays healthy. I don't want Mitch to get hurt. Again, because like we need him in order to really like instill our will on teams. But if he gets hurt, which he probably will, Isaiah will step in and be that guy. And don't be surprised if he becomes your favorite player before the year is over. Okay, fellas. EB Gibson, shout out to you. Yeah, high energy guy. He's definitely gonna make the team better. Yeah, okay, I got you. Listen, shout out to Mitch Robinson. Mitch Robinson embarrassed Andre Drummond a couple times, even though Andre Drummond embarrassed Mitchell too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the competing. He's able to do that. Shout out to Hassan Whiteside. There was one game where Mitch Robinson embarrassed him beyond belief. You know what I'm saying? So, Whiteside for people that don't say that he's trash. Listen, man, the guy was able to get more money than Mitch ever got in his life. At one point, and the numbers that Whiteside has gotten in seasons, Mitch Robinson has never touched that, and he probably would never will. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Mitch Robinson had a chance to play against him, and he embarrassed him. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. The OKC Thunder embarrassed Mitch, too. Miami Heat embarrasses Mitch. Chicago Bulls embarrasses Mitch with their scoring big. So it is what it is. There's a lot for all the positives the guys have. There are negatives. So I don't want to keep hearing about, oh, you don't like Mitch. Why you don't like Mitch, bro? You know what I'm saying, man? Fuck that. Fuck that stupid ass conversation. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk basketball and not talk about Marvel Comics and whether or not this guy got the Tierran Mist and they're gonna make him stronger now because he got $15 million. Man, get the hell out of here with this nonsense. Anyway, shout out White Falcon. What's this, Mr. Chill? He will actually compliment Mitch. Yes, absolutely. But like I said, Mitch is not going to finish games because he can't shoot free throws. So he can't provide anything offensively. So Mitch Robinson is not going to be there at the end, and unless it's there's something that we can go back and forth with. We could take Mitch Robinson out for defensive purposes if you want. But like I said, Hartenstein is good enough defensively that you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. Ah, man. See, look at this bullshit. White Falcon. Give Mitch the ball. Give him an alley-oop, man. I feel like cursing you out, because like anybody big could do that. Isaiah Hartenstein could get an alley-oop. An alley-oop is not a skill for a 7-footer. It's ridiculous, man. So anyway, shout out to you guys. King Ribby is here. It was good, man. I already apologized to State. I'm not gonna make that into a thing. But this is the guy, Almighty Finesse, Jacob Paletta, whatever, from San Antonio. He's really good. I would have liked to have him on the Knicks. Of course, that kid from Houston, I can't get his name either. He would have been dope too. But listen, we got our guys, and I feel like if we walk into any arena with Mitch Robinson and this Isaiah dude, I think that we got a formal thing. Here's one thing that I forgot to mention too while I'm here. $15 million plus $8 million. I'm not good at math. What is that? $22 million a year or whatever it is. Like I said, I'm not good at math, and I don't care that I got it wrong. But we invested that much money in the center. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. I'm good with that. Starting and coming off the bench. That's what we invest in the center. Plus Jericho Sims as well. As big men, we're good. I think we're good with that. Just as long as Taj Gibson is not here, taking away that thing. Right now, Mitchell Robinson don't need Taj Gibson. He got paid. Hardison don't need Mitchell. Don't need Taj Gibson. He got paid. You know what I'm saying? So this is our guys. And, I'm ready to go to war with these guys. These are our guys. Like I said, I'm not going against them. Right now, starting the season, everything is at 0. And these are the guys that we got. And I feel like that we did good to get that combination, man. So, yeah, man, definitely waive Taj Gibson. Shout out to Taj because he still could play. I would rather have him on the bench. But, if we waive him, then we can't bring him back. So I don't think we're going to waive Taj, to tell you the truth. Just to keep him on the roster for the Haslam effect, the Herb Williams effect, that type of thing. So he probably is going to stay, man. I think after signing Mitch now, because I mean you only sign Mitch if you're going to go over the cap. So I think the Knicks are done. There might be a mid-level exemption move that we might make, but outside of that, or maybe like within the week, maybe Dallas comes to the senses and say, okay, listen, just give me a trade then, and then we trade them Fournier, for Brunson, and then that might open up some more cap space and things of that nature. Then we can wait because, like I said, nothing is final now until a week from now. So even though it's announced that Mitch Robinson agreed to the contract, it could be something that we can work stuff out according to the rules to still make other moves and then add on Mitchell Robinson for that contract that he has there. So that's very important to add to the conversation because then nothing that we're doing here, anybody in the whole NBA is doing, is not set in stone until the what do they call it? The remanda comes off, whatever that term is called. That's a week from yesterday. So I believe it's like July 6th or 7th. I believe it's July 6th. Once that comes off, then all of these deals start to become official. So I'll tune in. We've got plenty of time to talk about different things like that. So there's still a lot of different moves to be made. And overall, did the Knicks get better? Yes. Did we get so much better that now we're going to be like competing for the playoffs and stuff like that? That remains to be seen. I think right now, entering the season just on paper, I think we should be able to make the playoffs, play-in and playoffs. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on a lot of factors. Of course, we always talk about this guy, the coach of the Knicks. This is Tom Thibodeau, an avatar for Joker. And we still got Julius Randle. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Thumbs Down guy. But we still got the fans. We still got us. Bang. We still got us. And we still got guys like my man. I can't get his name. I just bugged out here. What the fuck is his name? Lord have mercy. It's my guy here. His name is on the name tag. But anyway, I got his picture there. I'm gonna put it up every day because he just made my day. But anyway, I hope I made your day with a little bit of Nick content. I gotta get out of here before my kids start acting up, and enjoy the rest of my day, man. Take a shower and things of that nature, man. It's gonna be hot today, 90-something degrees in the city. Let's get out there and have a good time, y'all. This is Eru, the Knicks podcast. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb. Salute. And I'll see you guys later. Don't talk to me about Mitchell Robinson, okay? Don't talk to me about him. Anyway. See you guys later. Peace.